was holding on the doors, holding your hand, getting off of work just as fast as I can, calling you up, asking what you're doing, girl, before I knew it.
I'm happy to be joined today on Primetime Local News by two special guests all the way from Connecticut. We have Mark Longo and Peanut. Peanut is a rescue squirrel. Mark is all over social media telling Peanut's story. It's quite incredible, actually. So, Mark, thanks for joining us. And can you tell us how you found Peanut?
Thank you for having us. It's been a true pleasure to be able to share his story. It's quite of a Cinderella story. I was leaving work and, I was crossing a busy street, and right before that, I saw a squirrel get hit by a car. And as I got closer to the intersection, there was a little baby, and he was trying to cross the same street. So I tried to, step in front of him and get him out of the street. And instead of running away, he actually crawled up me. So that's when our journey began. I took him home in hopes to find a rehabber or a vet, but unfortunately nobody would take him. So I did the rehabbing myself. About 8 months into the rehab, I actually released Peanut back outside in hopes that he would live a nice wildlife and thank me for what we did. But unfortunately, a day and a half later, Peanut did get attacked. He ended up losing half of his tail, and he found his way home. And that was the end of Peanut's wildlife career. And 5 years in the making. I'm just here to pay the bills and make sure the house is tidied up for him.
Well, and Mark, one of the things that you do advocate for on your social media accounts is that you're not encouraging people to go and try and find squirrels and bring them in the house. I mean, accidents happen, obviously, and certain circumstances like yours allowed Peanut to come to you. But what are some of the things that you deal with Peanut around the house? And why is it that you tell people that it's not a great idea to have a squirrel as a pet unless there are some special circumstances?
Right, and those special circumstances are very rare. In this case, Peanut is one of those rare exceptions. They just don't make good pets, and I use Peanut's platform to strongly advocate that because everybody sees our fun videos and they think, maybe I should get a squirrel. They are wild animals. They deserve to be outside, and it's unfortunate that Peanut couldn't go outside. He just lacked those wildlife instincts. But for the most part, I do, make videos to show people that, it's an everyday process. He's a 24/7 job. On top of that, I have a career and a life. So, cleaning up 5 or 6 more times every day is a little bit of a hassle, but you have to make sure they don't chew down your house and get into things they're not supposed to. So I strongly advocate that, if you find a squirrel, please find a rehabber, or I'm always in contact with people that find squirrels. So don't ever hesitate to ask people who have squirrels, just to make sure that you're doing the right thing for the squirrel and not for yourself.
So, Mark, obviously you're at the point now where you've gotten close to 1 million followers on TikTok. You also have a lot of followers on Instagram, and with that has come some endorsements. So, Mark, tell me about what you're doing with that. From what I understand, you're actually using it to help other people who are involved in rehabbing wildlife.
Correct. We get to work with a lot of cool brands. We get to do a lot of fun, a lot of food and stuff. I'm a big foodie, so the free food is always great. But they do end up paying us to do stuff for our time, and I end up donating all the money to the rehabbers in need. I rescued 1 squirrel, but these people who are the true heroes are rescuing 20 to 30 animals at a time, and it's a lot of work, and it's very expensive. So it's very, very nice to give back to those people. And we were even able to do some charity work. We ended up donating a lot of stuff for Christmas as well. So just using the platform for as much good as possible, just to bring some smiles to other people's faces. The love and support has been so nice. Right.
Now, you do a lot of videos, and obviously, Mark, that takes up a lot of your time as well. But why is it important for you to make sure that people understand what it's like to have a squirrel, and even just to show the relationship that you have with Peanut?
For me, I find so much joy in sharing his antics and his personality. It's not every day you see somebody with a squirrel, especially one that has such a strong personality, who hangs out with a cat. It's kind of one of those things that you never thought you'd see, but then you see a squirrel and a cat sitting in a window together. So in a time where the world is, it's filled with so much negativity, if I could bring just a few smiles to people's faces, that's what I enjoy the most. If you could see a squirrel, holding a sign in the kitchen, making some cookies, and it could make you smile for a half second. That's truly what makes me want to do, this whole social media thing.
And I have noticed that you've mentioned that sometimes kids will want to see Peanut, one-on-one over however you want to do like a Zoom meeting or something like that, just to teach them about Peanut and squirrels and that sort of thing. So you're also open to doing that sort of thing?
Oh yeah, I do it all the time. I kind of don't show it on social media as much, but I do get the pleasure of surprising a lot of kids and families and sick loved ones with Peanut. Again, I don't do it for any money. It's just seeing people have a terrible day and then meet a squirrel and just light up is enough for me. It's a true pleasure. Again, I probably do it 4 or 5 times a week, and just seeing people smile and being able to spread some knowledge on some squirrels is what truly makes me happy about this.
Well, Mark, we appreciate you and Peanut taking the time to join us today. And if anybody wants to reach out to you or even just to follow you on TikTok or Instagram, what's the best way to find you guys?
On TikTok, it's Peanut the Squirrel 12, and the same thing for Instagram. I'm always answering messages, so don't hesitate to ever reach out and ask some squirrel questions. We're always there to answer. So,
well, we really appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today, and thank you so much. And we hope that you get your 1 million followers here right away. And it's so nice to see that you're doing good with all the endorsements and everything as well, and giving back to help those that help animals that need help and can't help themselves. So thank you so much once again, Mark and Peanut, and I'm sure we'll chat with you again soon.
thank you so much for having us.